Hi, I'm Brianna Layson, Master Gardener Intern.
And I'm Sally Hoskin, Becker County Master Gardener at the University of Minnesota Extension. We'd like to talk to you today about just little odds and ends connected with what we've learned and what we're thinking about in a gardening yard spectrum. One of the things that we had this year was a bit on spruce trees.
This year we had a lot of people have issues with rhizospheric needle cast. It's a issue with evergreens, especially spruces, especially your Colorado blue spruces is more prevalent. You'll see your needles start to discolor and eventually fall off. It is a kind of a pain to get rid of. This is one of those that sadly there's very few natural methods to go unless you can prune it off. Generally you need a good broad spectrum fungicide. We generally recommend chlorothalonil, and you will have to soak this tree. Usually you'll need a good sprayer, a good ladder, depends how big your tree is. The other trick is you need to use they call them stickers. They essentially help your fungicide stick to those waxy needles on the tree, otherwise it has a tendency to spread off. You'll need to, if you do have this issue, you'll need to go in and check your dilution rates and stuff, but it generally does take care of the problem.
This fungicide she mentions is not a systemic fungicide.
Yeah, this is just a broad spectrum. It just works on the outside of the tree, does not get in there. So it's a good thing for ones like this. And another problem we had this year was with our warm spring and then a late frost caused tree issues. And Sally, you heard about this one a lot.
Yeah, I did. And we, in the fall, it's really hard to figure out what necessarily is wrong with them, is wrong with things. But you have some choices. We had a drought this summer, and that harmed most everything. I noticed that there was less flowering, and what flowering was a little more subdued than normally it is in times of lots of water opportunities. So we've still got to be careful, because now we have a nice bit of water in the soil, but not enough for another season. So we have to keep that in mind as we take care of our plants.
Yep, even with this late in the year, until we get a good freeze, it doesn't hurt to still add water to the soil.
That's right.
Your trees, even come spring when they become active again, will need that moisture that's not currently there. So until we get a good freeze, it's not a bad idea to keep watering if you can, if you haven't put all your hoses away.
When people transplant in the spring and summer, I tell them to make sure that they water that stuff down a lot right before freeze-up, because then it freezes in the winter and that water is close around the roots. And the next summer, the thing has water when things first freeze. We have choices on burns. You can either burn in the fall, or you can burn in the spring if you have a prairie, or if you have a piece of land that you'd like to keep healthy and re-energize. You must be careful about a number of things, permit and the dryness of the soil and the dryness of the plants, but it's a good opportunity for re-energizing. Thank you for listening and watching, and enjoy your garden in the fall, winter, and spring.